Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. And I don't know why I feel like I got on my Paul Heyman voice today, but ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. You're in the Champions Corner. I have my illustrious hosts. They joining me. I got Ron Crumpton. I got Mr. Lonnie Nesbitt. It's good to see you, fellas. We got a lot to talk about. Let's roll. Let's get into it. Let's start it. I want to kick it off because a lot has happened. I don't know if you're living under a rock or where you're at, where you're listening to this app, but a lot has happened. So I want to start off. I want to talk about what happened on Friday Night SmackDown. Let's talk about SmackDown. The ending of SmackDown was really special. I think we ought to put them ones in there because we all know who the tribal chief is now. Let's talk about.
Y'all acknowledging Solo or what? I mean, what's going on?
They didn't come in my mouth.
I think we are.
Who is we?
I don't know, but a lot of people hating on 2.0. But
2.0
of the bloodline, but I like it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I love Roman. I can't wait till he come back, of course, but I like this 2.0. I ain't gonna lie.
2.0 is definitely better.
They putting action to their word, way more action to their words, seem like.
Absolutely, man. Let's start it off. Let's talk about the Samoan Werewolf. Talk about his epic beatdown. Let's talk about it, fellas. What y'all think?
Boy, I told y'all this a few episodes ago. Them boys coming for them tag team titles, and I told you DIY gonna get them things. They got them, and now it's about to head over to the bloodline. But Jacob ran through them boys. Oh, he might get tag titles by himself if he going for it.
Listen,
I don't know, but I figured Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa was gonna go after him because they more of a team already. So, but the way Jacob done went through him, like I don't know how they gonna put it together, but that need to be the match. DIY versus Bloodline, SummerSlam, tag team titles on the line.
yeah, that match needs to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen that soon. But the only reason I say that too is because the Street Profits been popping off about him too. Like we need to get the Tongas, you know what I'm saying? So they might need to, get over that little hurdle first. But because I don't think since they've been there, they haven't really wrestled as a team. The Tongas, you know what I'm saying? So,
but it ain't foreign to them.
yeah. But back to the initial question about Jacob, man. I mean, when that match was over on SmackDown, when DIY retained against A-Town Down Under, and I heard the eruption of the crowd, I'm like, what's going on? And then I just see Austin Theory and Grayson Waller run into a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, this man, he clearing the way. He clearing the way for Solo. Like, I've never seen Roman do that with anybody. Like, get him out the ring after a match and then just to clear the ring for him, you know what I'm saying? So I think this bloodline is more mob, than the original one. I think this is more mob, so a little more gritty. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's a nice little spin on it.
Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gritty. But you mentioned the Street Profits. I don't think the Street Profits want anything to do with the Samoan Werewolf and these guys. I don't think they want anything to do with them.
If anything, they're going to be in a number one contender match versus the Bloodline, and they're going to lose. And I hate to say that because I love Street Profits, but Bloodline is on top. They've been on top for the past, few years. More than that, because it's the family tree, really. So, top for decades or whatever, but however you want to spin it or talk about it, but Street Profits ain't getting past no Bloodline. Not for tagging titles, not the way Jacob went through them boys on Friday. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it needs to be Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga.
Because Solo did say he painted the picture. We had all the titles at one point, so he's letting you know we're about to come after them tag titles. About to come after what's the belt? The other belt they got on SmackDown. I got a brain fog right now.
United States
title. And then the world title, man. They about to come after every title. They about to get it all. And I thought first he was just talking, but Jacob came out there and he put some action behind that thing.
Yeah.
He put some action behind that thing.
They talking about LA Knight and Logan Paul doing the United States title, but after SummerSlam, they got to Bloodline gonna come after that probably.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So where
I'm waiting on them to take it over. Huh?
Yeah. So where we at now? So are we looking at, the tag matches happen at SummerSlam, or are we looking further down the road?
I say SummerSlam because Solo gonna be have his hands full with Cody, and Jacob gonna be by his side. That's all he need. He don't need the rest of them. He need Jacob by his side, and that's all you need. And so the rest of them go after the tag team titles, and that's gonna be earlier in the night anyway. So you got time. They can still be out there with Solo if they want to be, but they're getting them tag titles at SummerSlam. That's a big match that could happen. God versus DIY. Come on, there you go.
Yep, that would be
because DIY gonna want revenge for them getting beat down.
Yeah. Now they got beat down by Jacob. They didn't get beat down by the Tongans.
True, but Bloodline is Bloodline. They're gonna put them all together with that. That's how they're gonna play it off, I think. But that's how they do it because you can't just take a beat down and just like, oh, I guess we'll go for the next challengers. Wait on our challengers. No, they gonna say something to them.
Right.
They gonna have to say something about them. They're gonna be asked about it.
Right.
How you feel about what Jacob did to y'all last week?
Yep.
We gotta get a get back. Because they ain't no point. You can't take that. I don't even know why she probably got a problem with Bloodline for real. Maybe I missed something. I forgot about something, but they just want to be on top because they know they on top of the SmackDown.
I'm trying to think because they ain't really faced the Bloodline like that recently. It haven't been nothing recently. No.
Yeah, because they just went through Pretty Deadly. I like them boys. Them boys Pretty Deadly. They funny, but they good in the ring too. But they went through them, so maybe that's the next. Like I said, the number one contender shot could be Bloodline versus Street Profits. We back.
I think with the Bloodline as well, and SummerSlam in general, I just think it's a cool concept. I know we saying what we think might happen there, all this booking, but this might be a prolonged thing, man. It may be a prolonged thing. It might be because they book from the end, meaning they got the goal in mind, right? Like this thing gonna be the whole thing in general. I think they got it. I ain't gonna say ending next year, but it's gonna be a lot of chapters to this one.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to see. A lot depends on when Roman comes back. A lot of people saying a lot of people thought it was gonna be a Money in the Bank. They just had the ending of Solo beating Cody. That's that was the main thing. And I get to that in a second. But I'm about to say I didn't like the layout of the matches on Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank was good, but I didn't like the layout of the matches with what happened. I figured the world title should have been last with what happened with that, and the 6-man should have been, and they should have swapped places to me.
Yeah.
Because more happened with the world title match, and for the 6-man tag match, Solo beat Cody. That was big, but it was almost, some people would say, anticlimactic a little bit. But like I said, I love what Bloodline doing, and like I said, it was a big thing for him to. He needed that to get to the SummerSlam match. That he needed that step to be actually pin Cody and him doing it to go for that shot. And but I think they should have swapped places as far as Money in the Bank go.
Well, I think but you know what, man? We talked about SmackDown. A lot of things. I want to kind of curveball one thing back. We're talking about future bookings and things of that nature. Man, you see how, so let's talk about what happened at the end. How the Bloodline just kind of dismantled Cody and Orton.
That was great.
The thing about that is this, though. What I'm trying to say about that is that I'm looking at to the promo that Cody and Randy had backstage. He's like, I got your back, I got your back, got your back. But then in having Cody's back, you still get not to say you didn't get beat down before, but you really got beat down again this time, and Cody had to sit there and watch, right? So that seed's planted there, So
it is, but it's like you don't be blaming if he come out and talking about he blaming Cody for that. I mean, you knew what you was getting into. This is the bloodline, bro.
Yeah.
You been here for about 20 years, 20 years. You know how it go, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to put that in. If he has the match with Cody eventually, you can't blame Cody for that because you said you're gonna have my back. I mean, you know what comes with that.
Yeah, but the point I want to make though is when
you was already fighting now.
You're right, but the point I want to make with it is this: in that promo, he said a lot of people gonna be coming out of this. He touched the belt.
Yeah, and like I said, you doing little subtle things, yeah. So it could build, but I need him to get some more credibility on that hate for Cody. Coming out, bro. I mean, it's about the championship, yeah. If we make it about the championship, like I want this one more time, yeah. But if he blaming Cody for getting beat down, nah. Yeah. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say about it. But what happened to Orton is what I feel like the bloodline should be. Yeah, with Roman, they was beating people down and whatnot, but this one with Solo, it's like I said, it feel like it's a lot more action, a lot more. Okay, you cross me right now, I'm getting you right now. I'm giving you a little time, maybe because they get a little time. Paul Heyman a little time before they knock them down, but it didn't take too long.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying that because like when Jay said, "Oh, I don't give a damn what the tribal chief say," we all remember that moment with him and Sammy going back and forth, and that spawned the Usi moment. But I feel like even him saying that, Roman should have did something right there. But like I said, the Usi moment came out of it, so it was a memorable moment from that, and all that. Yeah. But with Solo, you getting that Samoan spike right there. It's over. I'm putting you through a table, and then I'm gonna beat down like they beat down Orton. I'm beating down your friend. I'm gonna make you watch. Then I'm gonna give you the Samoan spike. Boy, that was perfect. Boy, that was beautiful right there. Like I said, I like everybody in the situation, but that was just beautiful. To see how they go for it, and how to show it because the commentator keeps talking about, oh, they thugs, they just dangerous. They showing you why. I'm glad this is why. This is why they keep saying that.
Yeah. One of the things I like about it too is that, my personal opinion, to your point, yeah, you're getting it right now. You have two rough folks up in there. You got Solo and Jacob. You got an enforcer, but you remember Solo was the enforcer of the original. So he knows. So he didn't lose that edge neither. He's a physical. He's about the enforcer. Yeah, he's a physical tribal chief. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that he didn't call for. He's the one that took out Paul Heyman first. He hit the spike on him, and then Jacob did his thing. Then they put him to the table. So you know what I'm saying? And saying things like that, that's just building up. I think this is building up Solo. Now I will say I don't think Solo. I don't know if he's going to win the title at SummerSlam. I don't know if I can't say that because I think that Roman may come back there because I thought he might have came back sooner, but on the day of Money in the Bank, I think they was having the celebration of life for his father. So yeah. So I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not, but the plan probably was Cody and Solo from the beginning. We thought it was going to be Cody and Randy and Roman and Solo. But the plan was probably Solo and Cody from the jump, to try to get some credibility. And then maybe Roman, I don't know, maybe Solo Roman take on that bad blood or something. I don't know, but but more to come on that. Obviously, we know Cody is going to fight Solo at SummerSlam. Depending on what, clearly he's going to need some help because he know all of them going to be out there. But more to come. I'm excited. More to come on that.
Yeah, and then they said Jimmy just got cleared to go. So Jimmy Uso coming back. Everybody expecting Roman. It could be just Jimmy coming back at SummerSlam. Roman could take his time. Really?
He can.
Because if they trying to stretch this thing out, and it could be just like Jimmy calls Jay, Jimmy could cause his other brother too. At SummerSlam. Both at SummerSlam, which is crazy. Jimmy could cause Solo the championship. Because if Randy gonna be out there to help him. And like I said, And if the Tongans have the tag team title match, that's going to be them for the night. Probably they're probably not going to be out there right then for the main event. So it'll just be Jacob and Orton to take, to distract Jacob, or they be fighting whatever, and Jimmy could come in and call Solo.
Wait a minute. At SummerSlam again? Is this what Jimmy doing? Calling somebody? It's like
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, he calls him again at SummerSlam. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then it's like Cena come back to Money in the Bank every year for a surprise. Anyway,
right. He loves Money in the Bank. I mean, we'll talk about that in a little bit. There goes. But
yeah. I mean, it is kind of one of those things, man, where I feel like, so many things. I honestly, I want to sit. I really want to sit back and watch this one play out. Like I really want to. I really want to see. Starting tomorrow. When Raw is on from Dayton, Ohio. There's so much to go, and I think that's a perfect segue to go into to recap Raw last week as well, because a lot of things transpired there, right? Like Rhea Ripley's back.
Mommy.
Rhea Ripley's back. Dominic finally pinned his dad.
Boy, finally, and this, it's like Rhea Ripley getting hurt was a blessing in disguise. I swear.
Yeah. Yes.
With all the stuff with Liv, and Liv finally helping Dominic to beat his dad after the fourth try. I mean, it all played together. It all sewed in together, Bo.
Yeah. He talking about he the best Mysterio now. Anyway, that's another topic. But listen, hey, but on top of that too,
you're doing great, but you ain't done what your dad did, boy.
Listen, but what I want to allude to here, yes, he had a couple of wins that night. He listen. He got decisions to make, because first of all, he got the quote unquote monkey off his back because he beat his dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right after that, he almost locked lips. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
he was close.
Hey, as soon as that music hit though, hey,
boy, heart drop.
Hey, it's like mommy opened the door and caught you. Hey,
basically.
Hey, I'm just saying that's how he appeared. You know what I'm saying?
You see, Liv got out there quick.
Yeah, but if you can look at some of the social media posts, she was laughing in the back like it's part of her plan.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yep. So it's like, man. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about that piece with Rhea Ripley being back now. Apparently she's going to kick off. And I don't want to go too much because that's part of my one of my bold predictions later. But with her kicking off Raw tomorrow, and you saying that like her coming back and it's being like a blessing in disguise type of thing, right? And now Dom really has a decision to make, right? Not only Dom, but the rest of Judgment Day, because Liv is the reason that Finn and JD are tag team champions. She's been kicking it in the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Does she go back in the clubhouse now? You know what I'm saying? Or probably not with Rhea Ripley being there now. But what happens now? What happens now?
Yeah, but it still can go the way you're saying. Well, Finn Balor got a little secret thing with Liv, because like Lonnie was saying, Liv was laughing when she got to that back. She was smiling and everything after the whole situation on Raw. And so she still could be in cahoots with Finn. And the thing is, Damian been the only one trying to hold it down for mommy. He been talking to Rhea this whole time pretty much. And he was trying to warn Dominic Mysterio every week. Like, you said you're gonna handle it this week. Keep saying that. I talked to Rhea now. What you like? Handle your business. And now you out here because Damian didn't even tell the rest of Judgment Day that Rhea was back. He didn't tell nobody. He just said they showed him backstage watching on the screen. He said consequences. I told you. I told him.
Yep.
And so he don't want to be loyal to Rhea, and she gonna recognize that. Yep. And so it's gonna be the rest of Judgment Day who got to know like what's going on, who y'all with, who you with.
You know what I think though. You know what I think. I think you're absolutely right, but I want to throw something else in there. Because they're not talking about it right now anymore. But let's go back to Finn Balor, because let's think about a couple of things rather. First, he took that key card, like he snuck it out, right? If there was a problem, if it was a problem, like I'm trying to protect the group, you shouldn't have to swipe it out. They remember that stuff. What about it? Another thing. Well, Damien, since you became world champion, you changed. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say, by the way, he said also about the Money in the Bank match itself. I need to do this on my own. Then what if Finn's response when he leaves? Whatever you say, boss. Whatever you say, boss. That's what he said. Whatever you say, boss. That's what he said. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna come to the head eventually. And one thing I heard before, well, I thought about it before I heard about it, was about the referees and that miscount against Seth, or Damian Priest himself.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't count at 3.
Okay.
Then they could play that off with saying, oh, the ref was paid off by maybe Finn Balor or something like that, so Damian wouldn't lose. And then Finn could say, I told you, you still need me. You weren't gonna kick out. They could play that off like that if they want to. If they continue want to shine light on that. But everybody's seen that, and a lot of people been talking about that. But that's a way to play it off. You still need us. I thought you didn't need us, but I stepped in just in case. I paid the ref off. Yeah, because I mean, it's right there, and they could suspend that ref for taking money or whatever it is, and just keep it in story. Because everybody was talking about that, like even Triple H on the post show, like why didn't he count? Like, well, maybe he saw something everybody else didn't see, but whatever like that. But that's the way to play that off, and then, like I said, it could be all storyline, like in the leagues, and with that, and Finn Balor and Jay Priest coming head to head sooner or later, is Priest gonna keep the title after SummerSlam? A lot of people think Gunther gonna just take it, like, because we all respect Gunther and what he could do, but will he keep it? Will Damian Priest keep it? I wouldn't mind if he did, because I like Damian Priest. I like both of them, but I respect Damian Priest for that.
I would just say, I don't want to go too much, because that's kind of my, like I said, one of my bold predictions. But I can't say it right now. I can't, because I'm gonna open it up. I can't say it. Anyway, I can't say it. I can't say it right now. But to your point, I do think Finn. I think he's the wild card. Everybody got their eyes on Dom, but I think Finn's the wild card. And that, with that being said, because Judgment Day is completely split. You have heels and faces, right? And clearly Damian and Rhea are the faces, clearly, right?
Really?
And then you got the heels and JD and Finn and Dom. But Dom's might be depending on the decision he make. That we'll to see where he lies on that. But I got like I said, my bold prediction. Oh man, woo!
I just hold on to it. But Dom's gonna be on Raw with some roses or something for Rhea. He gonna be like Eddie. Eddie, when you doing, had to apologize to China.
Yeah.
He's gonna be on Raw with some roses, something.
Did you see what he posted on social media?
What?
You remember what Bill Clinton said about Monica Lewinsky?
No, he didn't.
Bruh. I'm telling you the truth. You go and look on it, bruh. Anybody watching, you look on it. He did post that. He posted Bill Clinton saying that.
Wow. Yeah, but he really didn't do much. He was about to do something, but that stretch backstage was kind of
Bruh.
But
bruh. You can't explain that.
It's hard to explain that.
You can't explain that, bro.
Rhea came out there walking hard, talking about mommy's back. Look at me, mommy's back. Like what's going on? Like you gotta explain. But like I said, Dom gonna be on Raw with some roses, just like Eddie. Hey, it's throwback right there. Eddie, like Eddie was for China.
You know what? I'm gonna go back further than that. He need to go ahead and it's probably around the same time actually. He need to go talk to Triple H right now. Because we remember how Triple H got caught trying to show Trish Stratus a lot, and Stephanie walked in, and Stephanie didn't like Trish then. You know, he got the perfect guy to go talk to a Trip, bro, boss. I need look.
You need a little bit of advice. I don't know, but that'll be behind the scenes type thing. But
Yeah,
that ain't gonna be on screen with Trip talking to Trip for that.
yeah.
But
Hey, but you know that right there is going to be the focal point. Now, there are a lot of cool things that happen. You know, Braun Breaker's still dominant. CM Punk showed up himself with the War of Words, which we'll get into in a moment because I really want to kind of.
I got something to say about that, though. For real.
Yeah, I want to get your thoughts on that, but I also want to, you know, with Drew McIntyre, and we'll get the Money in the Bank, and but I want to we're talking about this way for a reason, peeps. So just hang out with us here. We're talking this way for a reason, but this order, if you will. So, but those were some of the highlights. Braun Breaker was happiest man. I didn't expect him to lose, but we can talk about that in a minute too. But I expect some great things to continue to happen from him. But let's get into the war of words between CM Punk and Seth Rollins because. That I want to start. I don't want to start with the beginning of the conversation. I want to start with the apology. What do you think about that?
It's not needed.
Oh, explain. Please elaborate. Please, my brother, elaborate.
Because, bro, you know how Money in the Bank works. Drew made it a triple threat.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you asking Punk to apologize when he didn't attack you? You still could have won.
Mm-hmm.
You up there sitting on the sideline like you hurt. So Punk had nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
He was attacking Drew. That could mean you could have slid in and still got the win. He didn't disqualify nobody. He just attacked Drew. And then Damian Priest picked up the pieces like you could have done, Seth.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you mad at Punk? Please explain. I don't get it. Like, his name's CM Punk. But you being a Punk right now.
Oh, okay.
Like, I like Seth, but come on, man. Why are you coming at Punk? You could have direct that either to the ref, who should have counted that 3, or to Drew, who cashed in and still lost. He lost that for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the 2 people you should be mad at, not CM Punk. If anything, CM Punk helped you because he was getting Drew out of your way.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Come on now. And now you got another shot anyway.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. He gave him another. He said, "Screw the rule." He said, "Screw that rule. I'm gonna get you to war. We can go to war later, or something like that."
Yeah, he only did that because he knew about that 3 count. That's kind of making up for that 3 count that wasn't there. But like I said, be mad at that ref or be mad at Drew. How you mad at Punk? He's pretty much helping you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had a one-on-one match, and he helped you to continue to have that one-on-one match by taking out Drew.
Mm-hmm.
But you was on the sideline like, no, well, I can't get in or whatever was going on. Maybe, like I said, unless I missed something. Punk didn't attack Seth. So Punk had no reason to apologize to Seth. I don't care.
Well, that kind of highlights the main points we want to discuss in Raw, except for one thing, and that is that Taylor Rotunda was in Adam Pearce's office. What in the world could that conversation have been?
Boy, the way he looked back at him, and that was right after the video they showed. And this is good. This is what is needed. Them showing off as themselves. So it can shut the people up talking about how's it going to be relatable? How's this going to relate to actual wrestling? It's just spooky stuff. Here we go. Let them cook. Like I said, let them cook. Let them work. Let it play out. I know everybody want to talk after every episode, like that's what people do. But let it play out. And this is where it is. And I think this is the product of the new regime and new creative getting a hold of this because like I think Trey said on the documentary for Bray, it's a little hard to manage him a little bit because he want to do this and then his mind goes this way, whatever. But Triple H wants us to relate it to classic wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves the cinematics, but everybody will keep talking about what happens when it gets to the ring. We need that. It's going back. It's about championships, and entering competition, and how it's gonna be relatable. This should. Hopefully, this is the first step of that because you see Taylor there as himself in Pearce's office talking to him, or appearing about to talk to him. And the way he turned back, and then he started smiling. I was like, "Ooh, what he got planning? What he planning in here? What did Y6 say? Are they in office too, or what? You know what I'm saying?" And then with the tape, it's starting to show them a little bit. The rest of the Y6. So I'm waiting. Are we gonna keep doing the tapes or what? Or I don't know, but it might get like a little overdone after this because it's been the third week already of them doing that. So I don't know. It might be a little overdone if they keep doing it, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm gonna let it play out, and I'm enjoying it all the way so far.
Well, I want to throw a little something in there real quick. You would think after everything that Adam, like the GMs are going through it right now, with the exception of Ava, but the GMs are going through it right now, right? Adam Pearce got all kind of head breaking off over there. We just saw that with Punk and Drew, the Y6, Chad Gable in general. The Judgment Day always got something going on. Always getting involved in something. And then you go over to like Nick Owens wasn't even shown on SmackDown this week. The Bloodline doing all that, and the security guards, the GMs and the security guards are really going through it this season. They're really it's like, why y'all even coming out right now, security? Because y'all,
it's a rough summer for them. It's a rough summer.
Yeah, man. But let's go ahead. Let's talk about Money in the Bank, man. Let's talk about a couple of things, and I want to start off with the biggest thing I believe personally from the show is John Cena, 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, WWE legend, been in there for 2 decades. It's announced for next year not only his last match, but his last year, and he's going to do I guess some type of tour. So because I know RC, that's one of your favorite, if not your favorite. Go ahead and talk about what that means to you, and what was your initial reaction to him announcing his retirement?
Well, like I said, John Cena's. I feel like he's my GOAT. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest of all time. I was seeing him. I grew up with, well, kind of grew up from a teenager to now. Watching John Cena, man, I've seen his whole career. Don't do that, Sean. Don't do that. I mean, but we all was a fan at one point in time of John Cena. I've been a fan the whole time, but like I say, he had classic matches, classic moments, and to see him, have his farewell tour, it's crazy to see. I mean, he's been talking about it for a while. He's gonna hang it up, eventually, or in the next few years or whatever. But for him to hear him say it is like, man, like this is my guy, man. Like I know he doing it like he used to do in the ring, but he's still great to see. Great to see. Every time he come back, I'm hyped. I'm glad to see him, man. And him doing his farewell tour, I automatically think of one of my favorite basketball players, Cody, when he did his farewell tour. Every city doing that wave, and like this is the last time I'll be in this city. Like that's gonna make people show up. That's gonna. You think the ring's been packed already? They ain't selling out already. They definitely gonna sell out in 2025 because everybody gonna want to be there to see that last John Cena moment in their city. So I can't wait. I can't wait for the T-shirts. I'm getting whatever T-shirt he getting. I don't know if I'm getting this new one, but I know he's gonna have some more coming out. And for the farewell tour, so I'm waiting to see that. I'm waiting to see the last match at all the show, at every pay-per-view, big pay-per-views, WrestleManias, whatnot. I want to see him get that world title one more. I want to see him break that record, the 17-time world champion. Because Rick don't care. All he gonna say is, "I actually got more than 16." He gonna keep saying that. So, and Rick is at AEW. So go ahead and let John is still going to be an ambassador for WWE. Doing movies, TV shows, or whatever, he's still going to be a voice for WWE and promoting them every chance he gets. He ain't going to wrestle no more after 2025, but he's still going to promote and speak for them and make appearances. So why would you want that man And you already called him the greatest of all time. So why wouldn't you make him a 17-time champion and break that record?
Yeah. I thought the only reason I would think, it's just me now. The only reason I would think they wouldn't do it is because they want Charlotte to do it.
Maybe, but it ain't gonna hit the same.
Yeah.
As far as the men's championship, no offense to the women's championships or the women's division, because they are a part of what we come to see.
Mm-hmm.
Way more than back in the day. We love to see the women.
Mm-hmm.
I play with the women on the game. They are at their highest peak. They continuing to grow. They get to continue to get more. You see, they just got the title in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
They probably gonna have more mid-card women's championships. I don't think they need more championships in the company, but that's been talks to have more women's championships, the mid-card championships in the company. But either way, it's not gonna hit the same as John Cena passing Rick. And that's what's gonna be said if the match comes up. Is he gonna break that record? And I feel like he should. I mean, he ain't got to hold it for a long time, but it's about that moment. It's about creating moments in this Spirit World Tour, and that's going to be one of the moments. I feel like it should be that. A lot of people say he should just get Intercontinental title because he never had that. Just like Sheamus, his illustrious career with Sheamus, they both need that Intercontinental title.
But there are people who didn't get that. Undertaker,
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar, Hulk Hogan, a lot of those big time didn't get that. So
yeah, but I feel like he need that 17th World Championship. But like I said, John Cena is like the greatest of all time to me, and it's gonna be a crazy year, man. Especially starting on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something to see, man. It's gonna be a moment in time, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from a guy who really followed John Cena, his career, who really was in tune with his career and very followed him. And a lot of people turned his back on him. But when we've seen enough stuff. Ron was always kicking it with Cena, and that's pretty dedicated as far as seeing it through on the other side to see what somebody goes through, So, but congratulations. I want to say personally, congratulations to you, John. Thank you for what you did for us as fans and what you're going to do for us as fans next year and how you're giving back to the business and things of that nature. My son is enjoying his chicken there behind me. But all good. So, but I want to come back to something. We talked about the world title already. I think we're good on that. But the only thing I want to talk about, not the actual match, but I want to talk about the post show real quick and what Drew did. To me, that was lovely. Like that was this rivalry. If Punk gets cleared for SummerSlam, and I guess I'm assuming that's the direction they're going since Drew's coming back to Raw tomorrow. And after Punk pleaded with Adam Pearce to bring him in, but Punk got to stay home, which I don't think he's gonna do. This match. Here's the question I want to ask you, because I already know how you feel about the post show. You already, your reaction just now was like, yo, that was awesome. But
it was.
So clearly, we know that Punk and Drew don't need the title. But my question is to you: if Punk and Drew go at it at SummerSlam, should that be the opening match or should that be the main event?
It might not be the opening. Depending on what all the matches they, I got to see the card first. But it could open because it's like they can't wait. We got to fight now. So go ahead and put them out there. First match. Let's get this going. Because the world title, I feel like world title gonna be, especially with what may happen with Cody and Solo. I feel like that's gonna be and like I said, I feel like Jimmy might come back. A lot of people expecting Roman, but Jimmy just got cleared. I feel like he might come back, but we'll talk about it even more later. But they could open that or it's another option. Whether they could be added to the world title match. That could happen. It could be a 4-way.
I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna do that though.
They might not do that. Like I said, they don't need it, but I feel like they could save 1-on-1 Drew and Punk for Bad Blood
or a rubber match. depending on what happened.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of ways it could go. With this regime, we continue to learn. It's a lot of ways things could go, and we don't know. It's not everything's not predictable. Even if it is predictable, they play it out well, and they do the right things for story if it's predictable. But a lot of times we don't know where things could go, and that's great. And keep us all guessing, and keep us all surprised, and make big shows, make big moments in this new regime. That's why we all loving Triple H and his creative squad, how they doing things. And so, like I said, but that's one of the ways it could go, and one of the ways Damian Priest might keep the championship. Because a lot of people saying he feel like he can't beat Gunther one-on-one. I feel like he could, because, I mean, Priest is great in the ring, but it is Gunther. And we'll give all respect to Gunther because of what he does. And we're going to see that face-to-face tomorrow with Gunther and Damian Priest, but that's that. But as far as this feud and what happened at Money in the Bank, I was mad about them giving Drew the Money in the Bank and then having to cash in and just for him to lose like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't mad at him losing, but I just for them to have Money in the Bank for the men, but it also shows the gravity of this rivalry. It's taking out a lot of things. It's interrupting Seth's last chance. It's interrupting Money in the Bank. It ruined the Money in the Bank briefcase for the men. It's a lot going on. It's disrupting Damian Priest and what he's trying to accomplish, and he's trying to show that he could be a champion on his own. He don't need all these shenanigans keep happening in his matches. It doesn't happen. It's the third time it's happened. It's not his fault. It's just people keep interfering in his matches, and he keep becoming the afterthought of that, and he hates it. We saw his face at the end of the Money in the Bank match with Seth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I kept my title, but man, I want to do that by myself. And like I said, and that's what this rivalry is doing. It's interfering with a lot of plans for other wrestlers, or a lot of goals for wrestlers, like with Money in the Bank. It ruined it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you see the gravity, how big this rivalry is getting. It's got to come to a head. When is Punk getting cleared? Everybody want to know. Like, come on, this Punk his rivalry is doing a lot right now. It's affecting a lot. Let's just get this match.
I think he is cleared, honestly. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, he's doing a lot for him not to be cleared.
Yeah, he like going around and fighting and doing fists and running and hitting that. Man, come on, man.
Yeah, he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot, bro.
Even at WrestleMania. Even at WrestleMania when he caused Drew, he got physical with Drew at the end and he had the thing on his own. So I'm like, so that was pretty testing the water. But what I say is this has been going on since January, man. This rivalry. Since January, bro.
With 0 matches.
Yes. And so you mean, when's the last time somebody's been this interested in a rivalry who haven't even had a match yet? This might be 8 months, bro.
That's what I was saying before, man. Punk continue to be relevant, but Drew is doing his thing too.
Yeah,
and a lot of people agree with Drew because he's keeping Punk relevant also.
Yeah, Drew like, to me, Drew should get Superstar of the Year for WWE. If they do that, because Drew,
I'll give him that.
He should get Superstar of the Year, man. He really should.
Yeah, Wrestler of the Year,
yeah. So,
but at the same time, Drew can cause a lot of this on his own. People think, Punk is being a heel and being a villain of this, like he being too petty. But Drew caused a lot of this on his own. He keep mentioning Punk.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't react to that well. You keep mentioning me, and you took a, like he said like Punk said on Raw, it's a cheap bracelet, but it means something to me. It's the intent.
Mm-hmm.
It's what it means to me. I can't just let that slide.
Mm-hmm.
And you injured me. You didn't mean to injure me, but like you said, you prayed for it, and then you continue to want to keep me injured by stomping on my arm. I'm stomping on my tricep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you wanted me to continue to be injured. You didn't want me to come back. But I'm here. I'm make your life a living hell. Like I told you. You thought I was playing? Here I am. Every time you come for a championship, I'm right here.
Every time.
I told you this. You act like it's something new.
Every time. It takes you back to back in the day when you would say every time. Every time. But that's good, though. So more to come on that, though, because tomorrow we'll get to see Drew and as they conduct business. And I'm just thinking they'll make that announcement because we're about, I think yesterday we came 3 weeks exactly maybe from SummerSlam, maybe. maybe about 3 weeks. So we under.
It's about 3 weeks here. Yeah.
Yeah, so we about to be in that 14-day mark at the end of this week. So I'm sure we're gonna get some more bookings here. So more to come on that. But I want to say something that we all said at Money in the Bank as well. We agreed that it was going to be Tiffy time, and that's exactly what happened. The only thing I would say about that, because I kind of had a feeling it was gonna go that way, because she's deserving, young, athletic,
Yeah.
consistent. She has good
Yeah.
promos, good character development, and she can go in the ring. So to me, it made sense to do that.
And
I know,
storyline wise, it makes sense.
yeah, storyline wise, you can see she teased it, cashing in on SmackDown with Bayley when Nia was there. So that's an X factor right there. You know, I also want to talk. I want to say this real quick. I said it, and I believe it was. I believe Braun, from a match perspective, Braun and Sami stole the show. From a match perspective, yes, the Money in the Banks had moments because you know they got the ladders and things like that. Self and with the interference, all those extra hands on there. Because I was wondering in the men's was we knew CM Punk's going to interfere at some point. But I was wondering if LA Knight's gonna get attacked by Logan Paul during the Money in the Bank men's, because otherwise I was like, why was he in it? You know, so
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that could have interfered in that match, and then but nobody did. So I mean,
but
it is what it is.
but I want to kind of talk about something else, man. I want to pivot about the same weekend, but I want to talk about NXT Heatwave. And let me tell you something, man. Over Femi
My guy.
and Wesley, but I want to talk about. Yes, that match was fire, and both men played their role. Domination from one side and stealing on the other, but not afraid to go get sell. You know, Wesley, so props to him. But I want to talk about this Fatal 4-Way, because to me, that was in the most recent memory I can remember. That was the best Fatal 4-Way I've seen. The best Fatal 4-Way I've seen.
It was good, man. But I'm
Good.
at first
Bro,
off,
come on, man.
No, I'm saying the whole show was great. A lot of people saying it was better than Money in the Bank.
It probably was.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that.
I seen it, but you know, it probably was in a lot of people's cases.
Yeah. But the only thing about that 34-way, that boy Javon Evans,
jumping over the ropes and going through Trick Williams in the barricade.
Boy, he coming up quick, boy. That man only 20.
Bruh.
That man only 20. He doing his thing. And he good. I like him on the mic. How he talk on the mic.
Bruh.
He coming up quick.
Bruh.
But
that's all I can say.
I'm like, boy, what Sean Spears thinking, bro? Like, yeah, what you grabbing Trick for? I mean, you think you gonna get a next title shot after that?
But look. Let's talk about the time when Sean Spears hit that. When he did that bounce, he hit him in the back with that chair, bruh.
Oh boy, yeah, he Javon Evans back in that chair. Yeah, he was bracing hard for that. I was like,
Bruh, that Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, I'll go watch that again. I'll go watch it again.
Bruh, I was like,
yeah.
I can't even see nothing right now, because that match is that doggone good, man.
It was, man. It was. Like I said, NXT showing out, and they're showing why they are a third brand again. Back from that 2.0 era, we back to where we were with the pay-per-views, man. They're showing out,
bro. Shout out
like the takeover era. They trying to get back to that takeover era, and they doing their third brand. They doing their thing. Sean is doing good work,
bro. So let me ask you this: did the right guy win?
I mean, I was going for Trick, of course, but they need him to chase, and I don't know if they want to put Trick back on the main roster soon, maybe. But I guess they need a big heel to be the champion. I'm not a fan of all ego, but hey, he playing his part, and he already got a championship. He's 6 weeks of being there, he already got a championship. I mean, so he in the right place at the right time. But that's all that was. But if Trick get it back, Trick deserves to get it back. But we're gonna see where it go. And Tom Spears is trying to get his name back in the head because he helped them out to get the championship. But we're gonna see where it go. Because I feel like they could win that 4-way back again.
Hey, DJ,
And,
run it back.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
hey,
But and then at the end of the show, you saw that flash.
yeah, man, look, man, this dude, I heard Booker T say this, and I'm gonna say it too. Yeah, he's popular, but I gotta see something. I gotta see something.
Yeah,
I gotta see something.
But he was on NXT Tuesday. Him and Trick tagged up and they won. And so,
And
but
I
that flash they
believe
had at the end of the show, that was like whoa. And that's another thing. Don't stop watching. Sean and Triple H said you watch the whole show because you gonna miss something, bro. You better watch because that was a flash. That wasn't even a whole 2 seconds, probably. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's just that little quick turnaround and flash off. So Sean and Triple H saying, watch our whole show. You may miss something. We doing our thing. We got a lot of surprises going on. He's right there on Tuesday. Tagging with Trick.
Hey, look, shout out. I think, and I heard Kevin Nash say this. I think it was on a WCW documentary. He said, wrestling 101 is that you would have maybe your top face chase the title. Because for me, this is my opinion with Trick. Your first title win is not always the best.
Yeah.
You think about, okay, let me give you an example. Bret Hart. Who did Bret Hart beat for his first title? Y'all remember?
Dang, shoot.
Well, I tell you,
No.
it was Ric Flair. It was Ric Flair. It was on. You remember WWE used to have a show called Wrestling Challenge? Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He beat him on Wrestling Challenge.
Oh, nobody was watching.
See, nobody really remembers that. I don't know if they was televised, to be honest with you, like that. But they picked and choose. You do a lot of recording back then. But my point is, but when he won at WrestleMania 10, everybody remembers that one.
That's the moment. That's the moment. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Trick had a good reign so far, right? That's why I'm surprised it ended so abruptly. I thought he was gonna make it out of that 4-way, but hey, like I said, it might have been the right decision. Like I said, I'm not just not a fan of Ethan Page like that, but he playing his part, and he is that villain.
It's not like he got pinned, so and I don't know.
Yeah,
I would agree with you, Lonnie, if this was like Raw or SmackDown. Like for NXT, eventually he has to be moved up to the next show. So, who knows? Who's to say he's going to get another shot at it? He might be called up to either SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was the right move because I'm a heel guy. I'm feeling this guy, Mr. Ego. I think he's doing his thing, man. I think he came over from AEW apparently. So I think he's doing his thing.
We talked a little bit. We ain't talked too much about it, but the way he tossed Wesley, that was.
I don't know if we can call that a toss.
Look here.
I don't know if we can call that a toss.
Hey, look. I tell you the moment of the match for me. It's so simple but so effective. When he smacked him on the chest and he fell in that apron. When he tried to jump and he did like a fly swap. Wham! Like he just might knock the wind out of bruh. Like the impact of it, the way he sells, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, man. To me, I was like, this right here, it shows your hunger for young up and coming talent. And they opened the show, so it's like, okay, y'all got to go out. I know Shawn Michaels. I don't know him personally, but I know his mindset as being a fan for so many years. He always probably thinking like, oh, you know what? Go out there and tell him follow that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know it. Yeah, he's showstopper.
Yeah, exactly. Follow that because in that regard, he's telling them, hey, you got to go out if you want to go to the next. They could, ask him advice. How did you become the showstopper? How did you become Mr. WrestleMania? What was your mindset like? All right, I'm gonna tell you. Now, most people don't succeed in this. They always asking for stuff, but I'm gonna tell you. So go out there and do it.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta tell everybody that.
Mm-hmm.
Because and women too. Like I said, Roxanne Perez, she's impressing me every show now. Way more than Yeah, way more than before. With this heel, ever since his heel turn, I've been way more impressed with Roxanne Perez. I swear, all her
I
matches
didn't
have
think she,
been great to me.
I didn't think she was gonna beat Lola Vice.
I
I
really,
mean, I kind of didn't think it, but then again,
yeah,
yeah.
because I mean, Lola did Shayna Baszler. I mean, in the underground match, yeah, I thought Lola Vice was coming up too, but
I
Roxanne
thought
Perez
she was gonna give
showing
her them
why
hands.
she's on top.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna give her them hands, man. But she impressed me. She did her thing.
Oh yeah.
Roxanne is up and coming. Well, this is the second reign, and now she's getting a chance to really go out there. I think she got like injured the first time they had to like relinquish it. So now she's getting that run that they probably was going to do back then. I don't know, but I didn't think Lola Vice was going to win, but I did like her response to how she played in the story. How she made it personal about her mom, this, that, and the other, in the garden and things of that nature. So I think from that perspective, I think it was just see how she can hang. But I don't think it's over because the roster's so doggone deep, and now they got a new championship there, and then they keep bringing in, Raw and SmackDown superstars weekly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like by no means is she done, but I think Roxanne is getting it's kind of yeah, it's just getting TNA stars. Yeah, I think Roxanne is building a resume because I
Mhm.
think maybe the next draft, maybe sometimes they call them up in the middle of the year, but maybe the next draft she may go up.
Yeah.
She may
They,
go up, but I want
they
to,
might as well,
huh? Go ahead, Sean.
they might as well just call her up because I think the draft is pointless. But they might as well call her up. Just call her up.
They do need to make some changes there, but
Yeah, they need to do it a little better. Like since their first year with Triple H, so I think he gonna just get feedback and then maybe switch up next year. We'll see.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean the draft could be a whole lot better, than what it was. Because I mean nothing. I mean I get it. The story was the story, especially at that time. The story was the story. But I mean, what's the point of a draft then?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I,
um,
I think they're going to call her up, and she's going to be obviously have a great impact because you're going to have so much more to work with when you go to the main roster. You're going to have you're going to have the Biancas and the Rhea Ripleys, and then when Charlotte comes back, and then Tiffy, and then Nia Jax, and then again she can work with Shayna Baszler on the main card again too. Even like Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark can go. Maybe she's not as consistent, but I've seen her in matches like at Rhea Ripley at Survivor Series last year. She proved that she can go. You know what I'm saying? And so you got all these different levels of competition up there that I think is going to. And the thing about that, I think this is just me. I think someone like Roxanne now, under the tutelage of people like Shawn Michaels and Booker T, because Booker, she went to reality wrestling. That's where she got her training. But Shawn Michaels always been a smaller guy throughout his career. She can learn so much because Roxanne always fights somebody essentially bigger than her. So
Yeah.
teaching her the fundamentals of how to navigate through those pieces. Because I heard Sean say out his own mouth, he always saw fighting big guys like Psycho Sid when he used to fight him a lot. He found it as easy. And the best example I can give you guys is if you want to go back and watch a particular match, I think you might watch. So you remember when they had all the in your houses, but they had like special themes for them?
Yeah.
right.
So this one was called Good Friend, Better Enemies, Shawn Michaels, 1996. It's his first title defense after defeating Bret Hart in the Iron Man match. He took on Diesel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good friends, better enemies. I encourage anybody to go back and watch that match and watch the work. Watch the work there. Oh man,
Yeah.
watch the work there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
And that makes sense, especially with how Roxanne was fighting Jordan Grace.
Mhm.
She was giving it to her most of the match.
Mhm.
Jordan Grace definitely got her moments, like I said before, but Roxanne was giving it to her. She was maneuvering and doing what she had to do to stay on top in that match. And the way the interference, had happened close to the end, but it wasn't the end. Roxanne reversed Jordan's move and then did hers to pin Jordan Grace. So that's another reason I continue to get great and gain more respect for Roxanne, because she didn't need the interference for real. She reversed out of the move herself and did her own move. And then the match with Lola Vice was great also. So like I said, she continued to impress, and I feel like she's gonna hold the title until she's about to get called up.
Yeah, I think that's a very key factor, though, man. Like, if you look at the talent pool right now, if you will, and what people are doing, she is, and I say, let me say it like this. Thank you. So I think of her now. She has a title, obviously, and I see her as a face of NXT. I think if she didn't have the title, if she had this consistent work, she would still be one of the faces of NXT. And I would relate it to like a Johnny Gargano. Because although Johnny Wrestling didn't always win, they always called him like the heartbeat of NXT back then. And you think about the people, he's a smaller guy again, right?
Yeah.
And look at all the people who were there back then. You had the Undisputed Era. You know what I'm saying? You had Tommaso Ciampa. You had Ricochet. You had the Velveteen Dream back. You had all these people back then. Aleister Black. You had all that, and he was still having probably, if not the best match of the night.
Well, because with DIY, they weren't even supposed to be what they were. But as they work in the ring and work, with story, they end up being the main event. And that's what they like to see. Some people you don't think is supposed to even be there because it was like them. It's like Samoa Joe. He was supposed to only come in for a little bit to help other people out. That man got the NXT title. He was the main event.
Yeah.
It don't matter what they chose to put you. It's what you can show, and then they make a decision after that. I know that none of these choices are final always. This is what you can show and what you can bring to the table. Show your value. Maximize your minutes. That's what people keep saying. Maximize your minutes and show your value. So, and Johnny Gargano was one of those guys who did that. And it continued to show in NXT today with these stars up to NXT today. They're showing who they are. And they're young and a lot of them are just starting in wrestling. A lot of them ain't want to do this for their whole life, but they was called, and they got a call. They did the training. That performance center is doing wonders. Okay, nobody. If you say the performance center don't work, that means you ain't paying attention. And you just hate. You just want to hate on WWE or something. That performance center is working.
Man, they popping out stars, man, left and right.
Yeah,
they are. And that's the thing about it, man. And I think not only that, and I'm not going to ask to spend too much time on this, but what I'm seeing now is the collaboration of wrestling. I'm saying because in one sense of the business, you have development happening at performance centers, right? And now in another one, you have the companies partnering with each other. Like WWE more so than they usually do. Right, AJ just fought in Japan on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I think Io Sky gonna be doing that soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
AJ won too.
Yeah, he won. So what I'm saying is that all these different things you're thinking about for the business itself, how it's gonna grow. Like if I had to bottom line it, as somebody we know says, if I had to bottom line it, I really think it's in a place where
y'all running off the train track today.
Look at man. Look at you always have your little Triple H moment. So I'm playing there.
I'm running off the train track. Both of y'all, man.
All I'm saying about where this talent is going now, and we continue to see great things, especially from NXT, and have them moving up to the main roster, is because the tutelage and the dedication that they're having right now, and the taking time to being developed, and not trying to rush them into something that's just to get them out there, you know. Now let's test this real quick. Oh, they ain't work. Let's test this now. No, it ain't work now. Let's see you back down there. You know, now it's like let's take the time to develop you. And this is the fruit of the labor. You get this, like I tell you, I'm gonna say this again. To me, that Fatal 4-Way is the best Fatal 4-Way I've seen in most recent history. I can't remember another Fatal 4-Way like that. In NXT Heatwave, I can't think of another one that was hitting that hard. It was on the go from the jump. It was
You
on
talking about
the show.
NXT?
Huh?
You
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
NXT?
I'm talking about in
You
general,
talking
bro.
about- Yeah.
Think
I
about it.
I want to say only one that's coming to my mind is the Fatal 4-Way with Cena, Orton, Edge, and Shawn Michaels.
We was there. I remember that in Atlanta, right? Backlash in Atlanta.
Yeah, we was there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I was biased because we was there, but but that was still a great one. Though. I can't deny that. But I mean, like it was still a great 44-way.
You biased because John Cena in there. That's what you biased for.
Hey, I said from the jump from the show that John Cena's my guy, but hey, it's whatever.
Well, and I can appreciate that.
But I'm just saying there's other people in there too. It ain't just him in there. Either way, man, it was a great. Like I said, I'm gonna go watch it again. The Fatal 4-Way from Heatwave. So I'm just still trying to wrap my mind around Sean Spears pulling Trick out of the ring, but I just gonna keep like why? Like, dude, you ain't helping nothing.
Hey.
I mean, Trick face was priceless though. He got pulled out of the ring.
Boy, Trick be making some faces, boy. I swear.
Yeah.
That boy from South Carolina.
Hey, SC representative.
Shout out to old South Carolina.
Yes, sir. We here.
Sean missing it, man. He keeps going back there.
Don't do that. You see how my mom used to say, a lie don't care who tell it. A lie don't care who tell it. Probably the only thing I miss is probably the food. And this guy, I mean, I can never see you when I come, but it's all good.
I know, right?
Hey.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff be happening, man. You got everything to go to either way. But we'll get up soon.
So we covered Raw, SmackDown. We covered the whole weekend actually. We from the SmackDown, to this week Raw. We covered everything as far as the Money in the Bank weekend. But I wanna ask a question about this last thing with NXT. So Oprah Femi is we always question what's next. So I saw on social media that he's challenging Moose.
Oh yeah,
boy,
that's gonna be a smash. What
a lot of meat snapping. Hey, no vegetable. I don't know what he says. No rice, just meat.
No bread, no water,
just meat.
Hey, that's gonna be a straight up banger.
Yeah.
Hey, is it gonna be?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm going for Oprah, bro.
Is it gonna be title for title?
I don't know if he responded. Well, I think he did like a generic response, like bring it on or something like that. But nobody's really talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
Anything can happen right now, bro.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. Like I said, like my predictions a couple shows ago, somebody in a different company gonna win the other company championship.
It's bound to happen. Bound to happen.
Yeah, I think so.
Bound to happen. But man, I mean, that whole thing is a smart business move, man. Because I mean, people that ain't never thought about moves, people that ain't never thought about, you name anybody on that roster. Jordan, the girl that came over to and fight, man, is putting eyes on them, man. It's a smart business move, man. You ain't never thought about these people like that. I mean, you may have known about them, but you ain't really never thought about them like that. But
it makes you want to at least check out their show or check out more clips for them on YouTube or something.
Yeah, like
I've been because you want to see what's gonna happen.
Yep. So, but man, I wonder if it's gonna be title for title.
More to come, man.
That'll be really interesting. Really interesting.
Yeah, what they got? They got the Great American Bash coming up like this Tuesday after SummerSlam. I don't know if it's gonna be that soon. I'm saying, but hey, there's a lot that can happen there. Huh?
Who you got?
Oprah.
Who you got?
All day long.
Like I said, I don't know who's gonna be Oprah.
But man, hey, Moose got that faction though. That faction might interrupt,
bruh. I done seen Oprah. That man can take on the whole D line right now.
And he ain't Jacob Fall too. No, let me stop now.
Hey,
that would be a good, that'd be a good match.
Hey, look here. They put
hold that.
Hey,
hold the phone.
Hold that.
Hey, what Corey say? get me to wherever they are. Get me. He say the city. Get me to Orlando. Get me to Pennsylvania right now. Sign me up.
Yep.
Hey,
Yo,
let me see it. Let me see it.
Man, Jacob flipping off the ropes, all kind of stuff, man. But I'm not sure if you guys covered this, man. But it's a big star coming to NXT. They just WWE made a big acquisition.
Stephanie.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
She's on live event this weekend in Mexico.
Yeah, I saw that, man. That was a man. You talk about pulling the rug from under AEW like that.
Boy, I know they upset. Like she was just
Because
on our show. What's going on?
now, Pete this. Triple H, the way the direction going now, they're so like smart. They're watching everything. Like, so you bring somebody on your brand to basically do an audition without knowing. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that come through there now, you gotta expect that they're auditioning for another show, another brand. So they go on there, they audition, they get that phone call. Hey, you want to come over here?
This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is my brother Sean Player. His how can I say it? His mind is very strategic. He's always thinking business. You know, none of us probably wouldn't even thought about that. You know what I'm saying? My brother has a different kind of mindset when he watches these things. And he thinks, and so that is a very interesting concept. But you know, maybe the talent may think that because, like, for example, Kurt, you appreciate this, RC. Kurt Angle said when he came back to WWE at some point, in one of those documentaries, he was always saying, I was hoping Vince was watching me.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Because he had some of the best matches. No offense to his first run in WWE, but he had some of his best matches at TNA because he didn't care. And like in terms of like pushing his body. Safety, yeah, but like I'm gonna push my. I mean, look who he's facing there: Stings, AJ's, Samoan Joe's. You know, all these people in there.
Yeah, he said that was some of his best years. Oh, probably his prime years right there.
And let's work. You know what I'm saying? You said you're going on the road 300 days a year. You probably once every what they recorded like once. They record like multiple shows a week and then have a couple of weeks off or something like that.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah.
You know, so I go back to say that is a very good point. And on top of that, wow. Okay, man, we going somewhere else. Hey, walk with us, people. Walk with us. We got something right here. You know, Stephanie was no. Stephanie was on, to Sean's point, Forbidden Door in a marquee match.
Yep.
Watch this. Watch this. Follow me. Mercedes Moné has a celebration. Obviously, it's interrupted, so they done moved on because Britt Baker. But the marquee match, the lady who lost, she's a double champion, but she's getting talked about because she's in WWE, not that she had a marquee match in AEW.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's as if like, okay, the match happened. Okay, cool. Let's go over here now.
I mean, wrestling moves on fast anyway, but that just surprised everybody that she, because everybody thought either because with the relationship they got with CMLL, I think she's CMLL, right?
Yeah,
she was CMLL. Yeah,
the relationship AEW has with them, that'll be an automatic shift to AEW if she was looking to sign somewhere, but as you see, it don't have to work like that. It don't necessarily work like that. They can show up anywhere they want to. It is her decision. All she needed was that phone call.
It's her decision, man.
And in talking about that, I just feel like, depending on who's leading the helm, you may not say it, but you always want to make it impossible for anybody to catch you, right? So Triple H over creative, as we know in WWE, Tony Khan's over creative in AEW. So when you go and you take like what Mariah May did on Dynamite, and she takes out Tony Storm, right? I mean, that was stellar. Like the way she did that, it was stellar. It was stellar. Yeah. The way the show ended. But now it's like, do I keep focusing on our company? As you should, right? We understand that place. But what I'm saying is, do you keep an eye on the competition? Like, oh man, they did something that's going to knock our socks off. We got to come back stronger.
Absolutely,
I
because
mean, yeah,
Triple
you
H
always
said,
pay attention. You better
Trip,
multitask.
yeah, Trip
Because
said,
go
he
ahead.
said a few shows ago on a pre-show or when they do the interviews afterwards, he said we got our eyes on everything. Got our eyes on everything. So
Yeah,
you best believe they saw that, man, and that was one heck of a way to end the show, and for two females.
yeah,
So two females, I've never seen it like that.
yeah. That's why you have a team. Have
Mm-hmm.
somebody, everybody play a role. You watch over here. I'm watching over here, and I'm getting this show going. You watch over there and see what's going on, so and let me know something. Communication, teamwork, and so, and that's what's needed. But the last few Dynamites have been good. They've been where the direction they need to go in, continue in. EC is all in season.
Yeah.
So
Their
are they
ratings,
just
their
gonna have this
ratings,
for this season for All In, or are they gonna
yeah,
continue it after All In? Because I know it's gonna be good, great leading up to that, hopefully. But
Yeah.
NXT beat
afterwards,
them in the ratings though.
yeah, they gotta pick it. Yeah, they pick it up for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be because you know, I am curious about one thing. Will Ospreay, you know, he's talking about his testicles. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, you know, what about his talent,
Way to put that out.
his talent. Talking about his talent versus MJF and all that. Y'all saw that promo?
I
Uh,
didn't see that.
I missed that part.
Well, he had more talent. You know, just go watch it. But he said essentially he assaulted him like that, right? MJF,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, but now they're facing each other. I think this week, if I'm not mistaken, they're going at this week. I'm thinking that might be an all-in match, but we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll have something.
Yeah, something will happen with that because that has to be the match.
Yeah. Because MJF done went back heel as we knew he should have been. It's like the Miz.
Yeah, he should
It's
be.
like the Miz. He should be a heel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's the better role for him.
Yep.
yeah. So, you know, he's doing that, and then you got Bryan Danielson, Swerve, obviously gonna be
Boy,
your main event right there, right? And now you
yeah,
got
he
Mariah May
won
and
that
Tony
one
Storm.
hard.
Yeah, the one hard tournament winners, and I'm guessing Jericho against Samoan Joe. I'm guessing that. So the preview of it right now, those Mercedes Moné, Britt Baker, you know,
Yeah,
Is it going on the flyer? Is it Swerve facing Brand
Brian.
what's the B plus player? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah,
yeah, he won the
Yep.
one hard.
but when is the blood and guts match?
I thought it was gonna be at that pay per view.
No, they can't have it at pay per view because Swerve's gonna be on Team AEW. So I'm not sure when that's gonna be right now, but I did see the interview that he said he's gonna join Team AEW over the Elite.
Mm.
I thought they already did that though.
They did it before, but that's one of their staples. Hold on a second, I can
But
look it up.
they did that at the
Yeah,
Anarchy in the Ring, right?
no, well, it's gonna be different.
Oh, okay.
And then Hangman Page is gonna reluctantly join the Elite. Look like.
It says Blood and Guts gonna be in Nashville. Looks like July 24th.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, that's coming up.
Oh, what? That's so much back to back with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well actually they don't because All In is like August 25th.
Oh,
So
Well, okay. I thought it was earlier than that. Well, yeah, that makes sense because you don't want to have it like too close to SummerSlam.
and then but All Out is like 2 weeks later.
so it's back to back. So
Yeah,
it's
right.
back to
Still
back.
somewhere back to back, really, because the weeks go by fast.
But they did that
That's
last year
back to
too.
back.
Last year they did it a week after. You know, last year they did it a week. Remember, it had All In. A week later they had All Out. And it was
Yeah.
in Chicago, like it always is. But remember, what happened at All In? The whole thing with CM Punk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. I figured that they could have somebody else being a team AEW and had that all in. That make more sense to me. But it's a lot of the build up, and that is a few weeks later, I guess. But
So let me
about
ask
a
you
month
this.
later, I guess.
Let me ask you
So
this.
now, did y'all notice? Maybe this was already a match. Maybe it was a match, but when what's the girl name that busted open Tony Storm?
Mariah May.
So were they already going to have a match?
Uh-uh.
So at the end of that
Well, I
night,
mean, she won the cup. Yeah,
on
I
Hart
guess
too,
so.
right?
Right in that moment, yeah. But I guess she
It
didn't
was
know she
gonna be
was
a
gonna
match
turn it
between
on.
them, right? It was gonna be a match between them two.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
whoever won the Owen Hart tournament was gonna face her.
Okay, get it. I got it. So
Yeah.
that's why she turned. That's why she turned like that. Okay,
Well, they haven't really explained why she did it. They just she
Yeah,
just
because
did
it
it.
could have been a friendly match, but she done
She was
busted her open like she done did something wrong to her or something. Like, God, dog.
yeah. She took that
Yep.
shoe. She hit it with the belt. She hit the shoe, and then Don got
Then the doctor
it.
fell down all weird like. The
Yeah.
doctor fell. I guess that was the doctor.
Yeah, so they got all these, they got all these different factors there. Now it's like, okay, now what happens now, right? And I would think those two would be like, okay, let's put all eyes on us at All In, right? Because you got a card you're going up against, right? You got quite the card as far as wrestling goes. Now we got the most attention on us right now because what just happened? How can we build off of this?
Right.
That's what I'd be thinking. That's what I would be thinking. But any final words on that, brothers, or anything you see happening in the near future here?
Mercedes Monet, she's about to
She's playing Britt Baker.
Britt Baker, yeah.
Britt Baker. Yeah. That should be a good one.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know. I can do some predictions on those matches, but I mean, I'm going to see more play out.
Mm-hmm.
But because I feel like with that, it's like Tony Storm could be more sympathetic. Like people already like Tony Storm. I mean, the people like Mariah May too, but it's like, for what you did this for? They switching roles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mariah May was kind of a face, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, because she was a heel,
she's
right?
a heel now.
Yeah.
Have more sympathy for Tony.
I guess it's her turn to be babyface. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can still see Tony keeping it, but we're gonna see how they want to book it. But
Man, she gonna be over anyway. So
yeah,
Listen, my thing is this, man. Again, I gotta say with this one. Let's just see what happens with it. Because the goal in anything would be like, what's the payoff? Like, what's the payoff, right? What's the payoff? Yeah, we got this hot story. Right? We got to deliver, though. We got to deliver.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to deliver. Now, is the goal to have the best match of the night or is the best moment of the night? We're going to be in a hot crowd. You know what I'm saying? In London. So what is the payoff there, right? So that's what I'm gonna be looking for the next couple of weeks with that. Because it's happening now, it's out there. It's gonna be the hot thing on their card right now. One of the most talked about things all week, last week in general. So let's see what happens with it. The summer of wrestling, man.
It's already been an interesting story already so far, but this turn just kind of came out of nowhere to me. I don't know, because I feel like they've been cool for the most part, but she done won this tournament, and I guess she's hungry for that title, and she's showing that I ain't about to be soft on you. But if her bust her open like that, I was like, this woman done slapped your mama, slapped your daddy or something. Like, they.
But that's what that's the type of stuff they've been missing, in my opinion. Something a compelling story like that. We like, well, I wonder why she did that. So
because that's the moment. So that they knew the dude didn't deliver on the match.
Yeah. So you can do all that stuff all up to, but what's going to be the payoff, right? Well, you've seen that, and we can say that about a lot of things. We can say that about a lot of not just AEW. We always ask that about WWE, TNA, New Japan. Like, what is the payoff, right? And so it's interesting to see that. But yeah, I'm just happy they got something going with that. We know tickets wise, we know Monet and Baker gonna sell. Danielson and Swerve gonna sell. That's what's gonna happen. We know that, right? MJF, Ospreay, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. That's gonna be there. That's gonna sell as well. But let's just see what happens with it. We got more to talk about with that. I know.
You think with Hangman coming back with the elite, reluctant, like not that he wants to for real. You think they're trying to make him put him back in that world title match? Just because they got the power to, just because.
You think it'd be that soon?
I hope not.
Yeah, but he could say, "I'll team with you, but you got to put me in that world title match."
Listen, okay, I can see that happening in terms of like that deal from that perspective. I just don't want him to. And I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, Swerve said he wants to get back on at DB. So this is your opportunity to do it. If your world champion, if your world champion has beaten, he gave Will Ospreay his first loss. He's beaten Christian, right? He's beaten Samoan Joe. He got the title for Samoan Joe. DB is next on that list.
Yeah.
If he can run, and DB, honestly, let's be real. DB don't care about winning that title.
He don't feel like body's up to be in that main event right now. He just want to have a good match, got some great matches, but I don't think he wants to win the title. A lot of people want to see him do it, but just because they love Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. But if Swerve needs this match, needs this win to cement why he's on top.
Yeah, and my whole point exactly. So in regards to that, I'm like, hey. So back to the original question. No, I don't think they should. I hope they don't. But if they did, I wouldn't.
I don't see the point. So because I mean, Swerve finds himself in the same predicament Damian Priest finds himself in. Like people think I'm a paper champ, So I don't see him losing to the B+ player still to this day. I don't see that happening.
Here you go.
Now you talking about Austin. I said something about Austin earlier, and then
I made no references. I just said the B+ player. That's all I said.
We all know where that comes from.
Yeah, we all know.
We all know where that comes from.
You slick, but
we come to a point in the show we want to talk about 3 bold predictions. Our bold predictions, ladies and gentlemen. And I have the honor of kind of running this part today. And I want to start with a very hot topic. I want to talk about the return of Rhea Ripley and how I believe that's going to play out. That's my first one.
Mm-hmm.
And just to give you a heads up, 2 out of 3 are going to be Judgment Day. That's get tops down.
No worries.
Hey, we love to talk Judgment Day.
So I believe Rhea comes on Raw, talks about, of course she'll go through the whole thing about what I've been doing for the last, few months of that things. Leah put me on the shelf. And I think out of that, you get your SummerSlam match between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I believe that's what you get out of that. I also believe she calls Dom out there and kind of calls him out and said, what kind of insult him maybe in a tough way, right? And I think that gets him thinking. Now, obviously, from that, we probably think, hey, he's going to side, now that Mommy's back, he's going to side with Mommy because, he's may want to be faithful to Mommy. But I think the obvious thing would do is to put the strap back on Rhea at SummerSlam. That'd be the obvious thing. But I believe that those words that Liv spoke to Dom about you should be daddy, not answering to Mommy, those types of things. And I think Dominic Mysterio comes out at SummerSlam as if he's going to help Mommy, but cost her the title match. Now, the obvious question goes from there. What are we going to get from there? Is it going to be Dom versus Rhea? Mm-hmm. That'll be the obvious question, down the road. However, I just think so. My first 2 are going to tie into a storyline together, and you'll see what I'm building it to. So I think Dom calls Rhea the title, and he goes with Liv. Now, with that being said, remember Money in the Bank? They teased it. They said, Damian, if I beat you, you leave Dom. You leave. Seth said you leave Judgment Day. Right? He won. So now I want to bring Finn Balor back into the equation. I do think Gunther goes over on Damian Priest because of Finn Balor. Because he said, you changed. And like Sean alluded to earlier, all these looks Finn are having, things of that nature. So I would say, okay. And then from that point, you get a new Judgment Day, excluding Rhea Ripley, excluding Damian Priest. Now, and I think that kind of goes, that may run for a little while. I think you'll get a bang of a match out of Priest and Balor. But again, that leaves who really goes out the Dom, because Rhea's still going to want her title back. So who really goes out? Who really goes out the Dom? That's the only thing right there, you know. That's the part I'm gonna try to piece together later. But where does he fit in that place now? He's not going to be a valet for Liv. He's a wrestler.
Yeah.
You know.
Well. I mean, but yeah, go ahead.
Something to think on.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, my third and final, not the final, but my third one will be this right here. I want to talk about Cody versus Solo. Oh, this is SummerSlam season, y'all. It's all about this. Now, the obvious thing right now is for people to say Roman Reigns is going to show up. It's going to show up at SummerSlam. Everybody's banking on that, right? It's like they did the Money in the Bank, but obviously, as we said, I believe that same day they was doing the celebration of life for his father. So, RC, you alluded to the earlier. That's why I was like pulled back on when I was about to say it. But now that Jimmy Uso is cleared, I think for the second year in a row, Jimmy Uso causes his brother a title match. Now, with that being said, though, where do we go to next? I think, because the plan was, this is what I think. I think Solo is to win the title and give it to The Rock.
Oh, Lord.
Because, think about it. Solo may want to be the champion, but not right now. But he might be okay just being like, let's say, U.S. champion. Because remember, he said, we have Cody Rhodes on lock. He don't even know it yet. I don't think he was talking about Jacob. I don't think he was talking about the Tongas. The kind of power that they're operating in right now has to come from a higher position. Who's giving them that kind of authority to run rapid without any repercussions?
Yeah.
Stay with me now. The final boss. And ladies and gentlemen, I think once, but to continue that, Jimmy messes up the plans. And though you probably get a match like Solo and Jimmy, or Solo or Jimmy and one of the newer Bloodline. You might get that at Bad Blood. You might get that in Bash of Berlin or something on those lines. But then you ruin the plans that that they want the title for that reign, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy gets beat down again so bad that it brings Jay over to SmackDown. And then they have maybe have a tag match with the Tongas, or maybe they fight Jacob and Solo. But it's all these. At some point in that time, Roman comes back. Right?
Yeah.
And then that leads you to your Survivor Series Bloodline Civil Wars War Games match. But the questions I still have, but I haven't touched yet, I'm not sure who's going to fulfill the rest of Roman's team. That's the only thing I don't have right now. Who's gonna fill that? Because it's usually 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, right? So you only got Roman and the Usos, and those are my predictions.
Man, listen, your predictions were straight cinema. Straight cinema. Before you go, Crump, listen. One thing that stood out to me, that final boss piece, that would be some major heat if that was to go down. You talking about man, heat level like Triple H back in the day when he held the title from, gosh, I don't know. Oh, I didn't mean to go there, but it's really, really good heat, man. But I like your prediction.
I want to add one more thing to it. I keep going back to this. I said it multiple times. Remember the night of the WrestleMania, that awkward moment. Let's trade titles.
Yeah.
When I come back, I'm coming for you. But who says I got to come back and have a match with you to take your title?
Oh man, that's perfect.
Yeah.
But I think Zilla. Could you mention who would be on Roman's team for the Clash? I think Zilla gonna come and be on Roman's team.
You don't think he'll go with Jacob now?
It's already stacked.
Yo.
Yeah. Cause anybody come over there, I'm y'all fam. But I told you before, I think it's gonna be Roman, Usos, and Sammy.
Why Sammy? Sammy about to get
He was
slaughtered.
man, just in the bloodline.
Man, come on, we talking about
This
authentic.
man about to lose the Braun Breaker probably.
He ain't about to just lose because Braun because he
That's what I'm saying. He
lost.
had that kind of time to the end. He might not have it. So
Hey,
guess what? He gonna be with the bloodline by
Braun
that time.
they had a graceful match at Money in the Bank, but this next match, man, Braun about to run through him. We
But
might
I
not
think
see
that'll be the poor person if that happens.
that would be pointless.
No, he's a major part of it. But
He's not a major part of the bloodline. He's not blood. He's not blood.
yeah, he's a big part of that.
But this is different now. This is different. You got Jacob Fatu, the
But that was the
Tongan.
old bloodline.
No, man. It has to be blood. It has to be blood versus blood, not Sami Zayn.
Roman deemed him in the bloodline. Either way, it could be anybody because they got a whole family outside the company coming. That everybody thinks coming anyway, so it could be anybody. But I'm saying with Jimmy, he finally have a legit reason to cost somebody a championship. For Solo, because Solo beat him down. Jay ain't really did nothing to Jimmy. And that still don't make sense to a lot of people for how he did Jay at SummerSlam last year. So, so I agree with that part. I just don't know when Roman coming.
Your part about the whole thing with Dom causing Rhea Ripley the championship, man. That's money right there.
Yeah.
That's money.
The only thing again after that is like, what happens now? Do you have that match? Like China did back in the day, fighting like the Mark Henrys and the Radicals and all that stuff. Or what do you do there, right? Like,
I mean,
Dom, you could.
Not unless before you get to the whole Finn Balor and Damon Priest feud, you do Rhea and Damon versus Liv and Dom.
Yeah, just do it like that.
Yeah. That could be a mixed tag match. Yeah, so many different factors, and that's what I love about it. Like there's so many different ways. Like we all thought. I'll go back to WrestleMania. We was like, well, Rock gonna turn on Roman gonna turn on Rock, and Seth gonna turn on Cody gonna turn on Seth. None of that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because I thought when Cody shook Seth's hand, he gonna hit him. Like, is anybody hit this dude?
Yeah.
You guys, I'll tell you who's gonna turn on somebody. I'll probably tell you that off camera, but I know who's about to turn on somebody.
All right, we cool. But yeah, those are the bold predictions. That I would say to you, the digital audience, continue to watch, because I think you better get your popcorn, sit back, and enjoy the ride, because I think it's about to pop off up in here.
Yeah, it's a hell of a summer going on. But
It's about to pop
About to be
off.
hot. About to be hot.
But we come to the. If you've been following us for so long, you know we like to have a champion's moment, if you will. And today, we had the extreme pleasure of my good brother Ron Crumpton. Are you ready?
Oh yes, sir. I know, boy, Sean ain't gonna agree with this at all. You know where I'm going just off of saying that, but you know who about to get it? That champion's moment. There you go. This man, turn the camera back on. You gonna see this. You gonna see this. But I mean, you got to get this to this man. This man announced his farewell tour. Who else was able to go out? I'm giving this a moment because I don't know who else was able to go out like this on their own accord having a farewell tour and doing it their own way. Not because of injury, not because tossed out the company or whatever you want to or whatever you want to call it, or forced to retire. But then hopefully I feel like he will stick to it when he does retire. But he gives a full year, 30, 40 dates or whatever. Don't look at me like that you sleepy. Because you're gonna be watching every show he on. Believe that. But
Right.
he's always given us over the years, man. I'm a big fan, not just because I'm a fan. I mean, he could be a Mount Rushmore, or whatever you want to say for WWE. A big factor in the business. Oh, don't do that. He on there.
Oh boy.
Anyway, I think either way, I'm gonna give it to John Cena because, like I said, this farewell tour is gonna be something to talk about for a whole year. There's gonna be a lot of big moments because everybody talking about it already. What kind of matches he gonna have? What kind of is he gonna break the 16-time record? Is he gonna go up the Intercontinental title? Or who's gonna be his last match at WrestleMania? Or who's gonna be his last match period in December? So it's always giving us something to talk about, something to build up to, and it's gonna be first show gonna be of the 2025 is gonna be on Netflix. So that's gonna be a moment in itself, another moment for that opening show on Netflix. So, and for what all he's given us already in the 20, 21, 22 years already, it goes without saying, really, for to give him a champion's moment. I mean, his man's nickname was the Champ, so he might as well give it to him. So that. I'm giving John Cena the champion's moment for this episode. Oh yeah, clap it up. Clap it up. Clap harder than that. You gotta clap harder than that.
Oh my God. The blasphemy that's been let loose on this show. I tell you. I'll give you that. I'll give you that just for this one time because he is retiring. He's had a great career. But I think we're going a little overboard with all this other stuff you talking about. We're going overboard.
Okay.
Give me that. Give me that.
I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
With you. I'm gonna take what I get with you for that one. But hey.
Sean Flair.
Oh my God.
I think he deserves it more than deserves it.
Sean Flair, go ahead and close us out, brother.
Man, listen. I hope everybody enjoyed this show. I think next time when we come back, we won't have as much blasphemy as we had this day on this show. I mean, but hey, we'll see what happens. It's a wild time in wrestling. I want you to do me one thing. I need you to like this video. I need you to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time here in the Champions Corner. Peace.
Peace.